Tooskie's in this bitch, ho. Come on. Hit him with a zesty line when I came in here, though. Tooskie's in this bitch, ho. What you talking about? Everybody's getting slapped. Yup. Yup. Ooh. Ooh. Got that Tooski on. Damn, my shit's dirty as fuck. You know what? All right. Yup, we're back. We're back. What's the word? What's going on? Who's in here with us? Bitch. Let's see who's up on here today, man. John, what's the word? Ooh, I got the 502 hoodie on today. I know you seen that shit. Look, look. It got every goddamn neighborhood in it. Come on, man. They got me fucked up. It got Smoketown, Shively, PRP, Beachmont, South Park, Algonquin. It's got every goddamn neighborhood in the city right here on the motherfucking shirt, man. They ain't nobody in the city got a shirt like this. I promise they don't. Come on. Got him. We're representing every hood, man. 502 ski right here, man. He's putting on for the city, man. I swear to God, anybody that watches my live, if I ever go big and I ever hit 100,000 followers, they're going to know one thing about Jordan. He puts on for his motherfucking city. That dude, because they was already saying that in Nico's chat. It was like, yeah, that guy must love his city. He's always talking about 502 and Louisville and you fucking right, I do. I'm gonna put on for it every single chance I get. Come on. Yes, sir. I forget. My girl got me this like 2 years ago. I forget where she got it from. It's one of those little 502 stores. You can get. You have to look it up on the internet, but they got the stores around here where you just walk in and buy them. Like, but she got this 2 years ago. It got stains on it and everything. So I'm not even for sure if the motherfucker's still up. But it's one of those little stores you look for in the mall. But yes, sir, it's got every goddamn block on the motherfucking. It even got the Highlands, Auburndale, Hillview. Look, Hillview right there. Like, stop playing with us. Linden, PRP, St. Matthews, Valley Station right there. Like, stop playing. South Park, Algonquin, Middletown, the Chickasaw neighborhood, Fern Creek Park, Crescent Hill, Prospect, Shively, Butchertown. Let's go. And then y'all already know I had to get that one custom made in there. I know y'all see the gloves for Muhammad Ali, right? I know y'all see the gloves right there with the RIP in it for Muhammad Ali. Yeah, y'all thought we was gonna have a 502 hoodie and Muhammad wasn't gonna be on that bitch somewhere. You thought Cassius Clay wasn't gonna be on this motherfucker somewhere? And there's my city right there, and they're gonna try to put Newburgh on there, little as can be. Like, what? Y'all should have had that bitch right here, where Smoketown is. Should have said Newburgh right there. Fuck that. There's some hoes. But yeah, we got it all, man. Yeah, no, they ain't seeing they're not seeing this in the city. I swear they're not, man. I'm happy about this. They ain't let's go. Like they ain't finding this. I don't give a fuck who it is. You just ain't gonna be able to find it, bro, cause like you're gonna have to ask the people to make it. Like, yeah, they got the 502 hoodies everywhere. They got the 502 hoodies everywhere. But you ain't gonna be able to find them like this. You ain't gonna be able to find the ones with every single hood on there. Every single neighborhood. We got every hood on there. We got the South, the West, the Northwest, the East West, the motherfucking West West. Come on, we got it right here. Let's go. California neighborhood. Smoketown. These are all the hoods you can catch in Louisville right here. We got Smoketown right there. Do not get caught in Smoketown being white by yourself after 12 o'clock at night. Your ass is robbed. Let's see. Hillview. If you want to find somebody to get high with, go on out there. Go walk down Preston. Your ass will find somebody with some money, a play, something. If you're dead broke, go to Preston Highway. You'll figure it out. Hell, walk in Home Depot. Go get the biggest tool set you can find, and then walk right next door to the pawn shop. Hey, Middletown. Middletown's kind of soft. You know what I mean? That's like the rich area and shit. Fairdale's kind of soft too. That's like more like country, like kind of like it's still neighborhoods, it's still suburbs, but they all they do is hunt and fish out there. Let's see, where else can we tell them about? Valley Station, home of the meth heads. Don't ever go down there by yourself. That's Dixie Highway, which it ain't that bad. That's where you find the boosters and the roosters. Anyway, the Highlands, home of the queers. If you want to go, let me not do that. But yeah, home of the queers. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all what it is. You know what I mean? I'm giving y'all the game on all the neighborhoods. All right, let's see what else we got. Algonquin. Don't get your stupid ass caught down there. That's the South of the South. I went to school at Iroquois High School, so I was born and raised in Algonquin, especially before the projects got tore down, when Iroquois projects was still thriving, when it was still one way to the back and one way to the front. And let's see what else we got. Don't worry about my little stain right here. This thing's 2.5 years old. I don't know why I haven't showed y'all this years ago. I really don't know why I didn't show y'all this forever ago, but don't worry about the stain in it. I'm gonna get it out. We got Butchertown, then we got Muhammad Ali. Where in the fuck is Parkland? Parkland? Listen, I'm from here, been here my whole life. I don't know where in the fuck that is. Anyway. Newburgh, right here. Yes, sir. They should have had Newburgh up here. Real dumb, stupid, goofy, big, right here. But instead, they put Iroquois. Listen, it speaks for itself. I'm forever the South Side. Always, like deep in the South. Iroquois will forever be home. You get what I'm saying? That is the deepest you can go in the South, man. That's home of the home. That's where you don't want to get caught in the alleyways. And you don't want to rip nobody off because you will die. Even the junkies will kill you out there. They're so goddamn ruthless out there. Even the dope fiends will smoke you over a rock. Yeah, they're ruthless out there. Beachmont. All right, let's tell them about Beachmont. You do not want to get caught in Beachmont. Beachmont's where 3rd Street and just like it's a whole bunch of apartments. You would have thought you was in the projects, but you wasn't. You was on 3rd Street. Come on. All right, let's see. Middletown. Middletown is like home of the corns. That's another rich people area. That's where all the rich people are, like that's where people like me, when we're just down bad on life and we ain't got a dollar to our name, that's where we go to drive around and look for our next dollar. Anyway, Oh, Shavli, that is the West End. Shavli is the West. Like that is the West of the West. Like I'll run through every part. The South, the West, the North, the East, it don't matter. This ain't like California where if you get caught in one neighborhood or they don't go by colors here. You get what I'm saying? They go by neighborhoods. If you're from Newburgh, the West End doesn't like you. If you're from the West End, Newburgh doesn't like you. If you're from the South Side, Iroquois, you beef with 3rd Street and Beachmont and the people down there, y'all don't like each other. If you're from Victory Park, you beef with the West End. You don't like Victory Park hates the West End because they're more like 13th, 14th, 15th. West End's like 30th, 40th. Let's see. I'm giving you off a game right now, man. South Park. I don't even know where South Park is. I think it's out there by Blue Lake somewhere. Sounds like a trailer park. Probably is a trailer park. But still, don't go out there if you don't know nobody. And then we got the California neighborhood. Listen, there's like 20 people that die there a day. You don't ever want to go to California neighborhood. Like me, I'm there damn near every other day. I ride through, you got to think, as soon as I cross the bridge, I take a right and I'm headed straight towards the West End. I come right across the 2nd Street Bridge. Bing, I'm right in the heart of downtown Louisville. I'm I could throw a rock, bing, and hit downtown Louisville as long as I can make it across the river. What? Which I couldn't, but I could get damn close. I might be able to skip it across. But anyway, I come off the bridge, boom, I take a right, I'm headed towards the west. That's like you don't want to get caught in the California neighborhood. It just speaks for itself. California. Like just, look, listen, just don't go there wearing the wrong colors or something. Like they're going to fuck your ass up. I actually got robbed in the California neighborhood, which is crazy. I might as well go ahead and tell them. But it was like 4 or 5 years ago. I was just getting out of jail. I was in a halfway house, and I was on 18th and Jefferson. And sure enough, there's a little corner store right there on 18th. And I had just got off work. Mind you, I just had started working. This is my first time ever having a job. I was doing the right thing. It was only like 2 day check or something. It was like $200 or $300 that I was getting ready to go cash. My stupid ass decides to go cash it at the liquor store in the middle of the trenches. In the middle of the trenches. But me always being me, I'm like, man, listen, ain't nobody doing nothing to me. Fuck y'all. Sure enough, I see like three young dudes, like two of them's on the side of the building, and then one of them's over just like by the gas pumps, kind of just like around the front of the store. But I see the two on the side, so I know that they're plotting. So they gave it away by splitting apart from each other. Y'all should have just been standing there in a circle, and nobody would have thought nothing about it. Just would have thought y'all was ganging right there. But no, they split. One was over here and two was over here, so I knew what they were doing. But me being me, I didn't give a fuck. I walked dead in the store, cashed my check, and walked clean out. They said, oh, okay, this dude thinks he's tough. And sure enough, they come right up. And I didn't see him. Like, I turned around, right? I hear somebody saying, hey, hey, hey. So I turned around and I stopped. And when I turned around, he snuck me. Bam, he hit me. But I didn't see the other two that were running from on the other side of the street. They were trying to, like, go around. Yeah, so as soon as I turned around, he stuck me. Bam. It didn't do shit though. Literally, it hit like bam. And I turned around and I seen he just swung on me and I started flushing him. Bing, 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 bing. As fast as I could and as hard as I could. Started walking him backwards. At this time, he's going like this. He's not swinging no more. He's trying to duck and get out of the fucking way because I'm flurrying him. Bam, 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 bam. I'm rushing him, and he would have lost that day too. Listen, if his homeboys wouldn't have been there, he was losing that day. Boom, so I'm flushing him out. Well, his other two homeboys came across the street and started getting me. One of them kicked me in my face because, like, by this time, he's already going to the ground. He's backstepping like this, but he's falling as he's going. You get what I'm saying? He don't have balance now. So now I'm flushing him down to the floor, and he fell. And when he fell, I fell because their homie came up behind me and fucking kicked me in my face, like from the side. Boom. So now we're both on the ground. When I fell, my wallet came out of my back pocket. They seen the wallet. The other homeboy that wasn't going to do nothing, the biggest one, that wasn't going to do shit, he ended up grabbing the wallet, and I hopped up, and then they took off running, and I tried to chase them down. They was gone, and it was over. But yeah, I wanted to say that story. Long story short, they fucking robbed me. They got me for like 300. And but what's crazy, you know what's crazy is like I started chasing them, right? And when they seen me chasing them, they threw the wallet. They grabbed the money. They figured, fuck it, if we throw the wallet, which was smart as fuck. That's how I knew that these guys have been robbing people before. Like they knew what they were doing. So and I'm chasing them. They don't have no gun. I thought they would have had a gun, but when I see them hop up and run, I know they ain't got a gun. Cause ain't nobody running with a gun. You're just gonna pull that bitch out and backtrack. Yeah, yeah. Come on over here. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna take off though in fear. But yeah, I was behind them. And yeah, they threw the wallet like that. And when I seen them throw my wallet, I just I didn't know if the money was still in there. I just wanted my ID and my social, so I stopped chasing them and picked up my wallet. The money was gone, of course, but my ID and everything was still there. And I looked for those dudes for fucking weeks after that shit happened. I never ran into them people again. I never seen them. And I know they robbed the TARC bus because they're dead broke. And you got to think, at the time, I was just getting out of jail, so I was dead broke too. So I knew I was going to run into these people. I just didn't know where. But yeah, man, yeah, they got me. That's the only time I ever been robbed in my city. I fucking shouldn't have went to that store, and I shouldn't have tried to cash that check right there. I should have knew better, but one thing about it, and two things for sure is I know their homeboy had a black eye, because I was beating him to the pavement, and he knew it too. Like I said, he came up from the side of me, and he hit me hard too. Wham! But when he did, it just stunned me. It didn't even do nothing. Like, I didn't know what was happening at first. But when I seen that he swung on me and he didn't have no facial hair, he didn't have no facial hair. He was bald. I knew he was young, so I just started flushing him. I know I gave him a good one too. Boom, boom, boom. I hit him about 3 times before he started, like stumbling backwards trying to catch his, you know what I mean? And by that time, I'm flushing him down now. Instead of going like this, I'm hitting him down. Bing, bing, bing. He's going to the ground, but I'm walking as I'm swinging. You get what I'm saying? Bing, 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 bing. I'm flushing him down. Walked his ass straight down in the middle of the street. I had like 5 people. I know the people knew them because the people that was robbing me was black, and the people that was standing there watching in the house on the porch was black. But after I whooped their buddy, they was like, damn, dog, we didn't know what was going on, blah, blah, blah. But long story short, they knew what was going on, and I think they were in on it too. But yeah, oh yeah, back to explaining my shirt. Come on. But yeah, that's pretty much it though. I just wanted to explain that story. I got robbed by fucking like 4 black dudes. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention too. Like before he hit me when he walked up, he reached in my back pocket trying to grab my wallet out. Like before he ever swung. And that's when I turned around. That's what made me turn around. I forgot to say that. This dick sucker thought he was gonna run up on this white boy and go dead in his pockets. Like just run in him. Hell no, but he did because I was walking down the street. He did that though. He walked up right behind me and I felt his 2 fingers go in my pocket. But I already had suspected that's what they were trying to do because I seen him at the store before I left. I'm on foot. I'm walking up 18th Street. Mind you, I'm in the wrong neighborhood anyway. I'm not from here. I don't live here. None of that. So like they caught me slipping. All it was just like being in the wrong place, the wrong time. But yeah, that dude was brave because he walked dead up on me behind my back and reached in my pocket. Before he said anything, he didn't say nothing. All I heard him say was Zay, like that. And I kind of looked, but I seen him walking, but I just kept walking because I knew what time it was. He was like trying to get me or whatever, but I wasn't gonna run or nothing. So I just kept walking. I acted like I didn't hear him. I kind of looked back and just kept going. He knew that I heard him, but I wasn't hearing him, and I just kept going. But that's when he kind of started picking up the pace and then did like that and like reached in and I turned around and flushed him. Bing, 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 bing. Once he hit me right here, it didn't do shit. Flushed him out. Bing, bing, bing. Then his homeboys came from all over here. Like they were fucking, and they were the biggest ones too, and they didn't do shit. What's crazy is the littlest guy, and he was smaller than I was the guy that walked up and actually started it off, like tried to reach in my pocket. Other than that, I ain't never had nothing happen, and I really felt like I won on that one because I had scrapes on my knuckles, so I knew that I was getting him good, and yeah, that was a good thing. Like I ran back to the halfway house, and I was telling everybody because you know you're in a halfway house, you're in there with other people that just got out of jail, and I'm like, yo, these people just robbed me, blah, blah. They were like, what? We're all white boys in there too. We just got out of jail, prison, whatever it is. So we all run back down there. We sat at the store forever waiting on them people. And just, yeah, long story short, we never ran into none of them again. But yeah, they got me. That was the only time I took a loss down in the West, in Louisville, period. I'm lying. I had another guy pull off on me one time. I did have a guy pull off on me one time. Some white dude, he knew to bring his kid with him because he knew that I always had a gun on me. And he said, fuck it. If I pull up and get this zip and I grab this shit from him, if I got my kid in the back seat, he probably ain't going to fan the car down. And that's what he was thinking. And he was right. He was right. I didn't fan it down. But if I would have gave the word to somebody else, because I had 3 other homies right here that had a lot of stuff on him. If I would have gave the word to one of them, his car would have been Swiss cheese. Like, the little kid would have died and everything. It would have just been a terrible situation. So thank God that I made the right decision on that. And it was just an ounce of weed. It wasn't nothing serious. But yeah, sure enough, he pulled up. I didn't think nothing about it. I've been dealing with dude forever. Put it through the window, and I'm just looking at him like, what's up? Where's the money? And I seen him grab the thing like that and go like that. And when he did it, I swung through the window. Whoop, completely missed him. Completely missed him. Like, I don't know how it happened, but like, he knew that I was going to swing through the window and I didn't have my gun. And it was like he just leaned back on me, man. I completely missed. Boom. But mind you, when I missed, I'm in the window now. Now I'm halfway in the window. And the window seal's right here. And I done swung my whole body trying to kill him with this one right hand. And I missed completely. Boom. But he done hit the gas now. He's ran over my foot, ran over. I, hurried up and got out of the window because, like, duh. I'm not going to go with you. You know what I mean? And my buddy's got guns up here on the porch. If I can get out of this car and fucking holler from my homies, you won't make it to the end of the street in time before they, get to you. But yeah, long story short, what's crazy is all my homies, they're always hyped up and just like, oh man, if somebody, they come over here doing that shit, I'm fanning them down. I'm doing this, man. I'm beating them to the pavement, blah, blah, blah. Like, every time, that's how they are. Tell me why. I'm like, hey, you just robbed me. I ain't got my gun. Come on. Like that. And they all sat there and was like, what? What? What happened? Bitch, shoot at that mother. But yeah, long story short, they didn't do shit. Your homies act like they got you and shit. Then when it comes down and shit hits the fan, I didn't hear not one gunshot. You know me, I'm calling the guy up after that. I'm like, all right, bro. I hope it was worth it because you just got $80. It was nothing but a little zip. I've got thousands of those. So it wasn't nothing to me. I hope it was worth it for you. Long story short, never seen him again. But yeah, it gets ruthless in my neighborhoods. Thank God that I'm out of the way now and I just go to work because, like, I learned my lesson a long time ago. Like, you're never gonna win doing it how you want to do it. You are never gonna win living how you want to live. Like, you gotta do things that you don't want to do in order to stay on the right path. And I figured that out, but it took a long time. What's up, Emmy Way? What's going on? I ain't reading nobody's comments right now. I kind of just been getting some watch hours. Figured I'd get on here and say a couple little stories or something, and maybe some people tune in. I ain't got a whole bunch to talk about because, like, that's all I do is get on here and talk. And some of the stuff I just ain't gonna say nothing about anyway, so fuck it. He said, did you just fart? Nah, because listen here, I'm not the one to hide it. If I got a fart, I'm going to lift my leg up and let it hang. Yeah, around the corner. And then I'm going to get, just like I did last time. They were like, oh my God, OMG. And like, shut up, bro. Like, don't be mad because y'all try to let y'all's ease out and shit. And y'all's motherfucking booty holes is so loose because it done been ran through. That motherfucker be like, sounding like a dog fart and shit. Like, I ain't listen. When mine comes out, listen, this is an exit only. That motherfucker's Y'all shit be coming out and it's I'm dead. That was funny, man. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, it's hot as fuck in my house. What is the heat set on in this hellhole? What the fuck? Damn. And this bitch sweating. What's up, RJ? What's going on? See everybody got going on today. It's free to like and subscribe. You heard what he said, man. Help the algorithms. Shout out to him, man. He was a real one. Y'all heard what he said. Y'all go ahead and like it up, hype it up. Somebody said, you ain't funny, fool. I ain't trying to be funny. What do you mean? But if you think that I'm trying to be funny and you got the nerve to tell me you ain't funny, then obviously you must have thought I was funny or trying to be because you noticed it, right? Oh, okay, then shut the fuck up, stupid. Big, dumb, stupid, goofy. I'm five fingering anybody today. What I mean by five fingering, I'm slapping the shit out of anybody today. Wop. Either you get a five finger or you get a four knuckle shuffle. Which one? Come on. Today I'm feeling lightheaded and I ain't feeling too good, and like, so you might just get the five finger deal. You know what I mean? But tomorrow it could be the four knuckle shuffle, which is way worse than the five finger singer. The five finger singer, my fault. I'm telling you, bro, if you get the five finger singer, it's curtains. He said, finally got rid of that goofy ass Mickey Mouse cap. Hell no, it's still in the house. I thought about wearing it today. But instead, I put on my Jordan hat because I had my 502 hoodie on. And then, I got 502 stitched into my hat too, as well, in the back. Custom made and whatnot. Because I'm just all about 502 ski. You know what I mean? So, and then what's crazy, I went too crazy on them today. I went casual as fuck on them. Put on the khakis with a hoodie. Like, stop playing with me. Like, who does that? I got the khakis with the jogging shoes. That's what I'm saying. Don't ever play with me. I got the khakis on, looking like professional and shit, with a big ass cannon on my hip, with the hoodie on. Hello. Yes, sir. Swagged out. Bagged out. Look at this big ass stain I got on my shirt. Damn, this motherfucker's raggedy. Look, stop playing. What's that say? See, I got shit hidden y'all didn't know about. Don't ever play with me. Stupid ass. Got that motherfucking Michael Kors on. Somebody got on here the other day and clowned the shit out of me. I said, yeah, I got that Michael Kors. That on what? They was like, ain't that Kohl's? I was dead. Somebody said, ain't that Kohl's brand? These motherfuckers stay on my ass. They was like, damn, you're dead broke. What'd they say? Hit the gym for what? Why you don't see me? Hit the gym for what? I'm like that for real. And I'm diesel and cut from a different cloth. Don't ever tell me hit the gym. Straight up. If I hit the gym anymore and become any more of a monster than I already am, it could be ugly. Like, I don't need no more testosterone at all. I ain't working out nothing. I'm trying to release. Fuck that. I'm on a rampage. Trey said, hit the gym. Y'all don't want me to do that, though. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, listen, I don't even have to hit the gym. My life is the gym. Hello? Yeah, what y'all think about the motorcycle right there? That motherfucker ain't no motorcycle, bitch. That's a goddamn moped. What up, Romaine? What's the word? What's going on? Romaine's tapping in. What's the word? Yup, my cat's out there handling shit. What'd he say? What? Where are you from? I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. All-American thoroughbred. Come on. He said, getting to the money, handling grown man business, and taking care of my family. That's what's up, man. That's all it's about. Hell yeah. He said, did y'all get more snow? Nah. No, we ain't getting no more, thank God. Yup, shit's starting to melt now. Y'all got some last night? Damn. Yeah, it's too cold to be playing. Let me skate. Like, I ain't gonna lie, let me skate. It's too cold to be playing out here. Woo, it's cold. Damn, it's cold. Damn, what's that on the top of my dirty ass hat? Hell yeah, y'all can't tell I wear this hat to work in. That's what I'm saying. Like, they get on here and they think that, like, I be on here trying to look good, and like they don't even know that I just be throwing shit on and don't give a fuck. I got glue and all types of shit all over my hat. Oh, like, listen, I get on here and don't give no fuck. Stains on the shirt, looking like a rough son of a bitch. Looking like a rough son of a bitch. You know it? Where's my Gatorade? The couch is fucked up. I ain't even cleaned up the crib. Nothing. Damn, she said the heat wave at -7. That's crazy. Ain't a bit of heat out there. Like there's not even a scrunyon of heat. They thought that I had went and made shirts and shit, right? Cause look, my dude backed out on me. I don't know what he had going on or what, but I told him like 2 weeks ago. I was like, hey, I need you to make some shirts for me, and I'm gonna pay you for it. Cause he's got the printer in his house in his basement to where he makes his own clothing. Yeah, so he makes his own clothing, but this is where I tell y'all that like not everybody wants to see you win, and even your own peoples won't help you out. But I'm willing to pay the man to make me the shirts. He's got the stuff in his basement to do everything he needs to do. and I ain't heard from him. Tried to message him, was telling him like, bro, I'm gonna pay you, whatever. I need like 10 shirts. It could be, and he's like, all right, well, we just got to go to the store up the road and pick up like some plain hoodies or plain shirts, whatever you want to put the words on, and then we'll go do it. And he ain't got back with me yet. I just ain't messaged him since then, but yeah, he's gonna make them shirts for me. I know he is. He said my dude got a spot in Portland. That's where my people are. Who's your dude? That's where he lives. He lives on like 26 in Madison. It's close to Portland, but yeah, like that's where my people is. Downtown on 26 by like, well, it's by Madison. It's not Madison. It's 26th and Chestnut or something. I forget what it is. No, this dude's a twin. His name's Jeremy. Jeremy and Josh, they're twins though. They look just alike. They grew up together. They look just alike. Like they used to get away with so much shit. But these is my homies. Like I grew up with them forever. Like we done been through the worst of the worst. Like they're twin brothers. Like I accidentally shot his twin brother and everything. And at that time, like they were gonna kill me. Like you gotta think, this man has 7 brothers. He has 7 brothers, and every single one of them had been to prison. They're all fucking bald headed. I'm talking about like 6'3", literally like 6'3", bald headed, just arms out to here, fucking shields and spider webs and fucking Nazi symbols and just the whole nine. All of them's a bunch of crazy skinhead motherfuckers. Every one of them's bald by choice, not because they have to be, you know what I mean? Just some crazy ass motherfuckers. And yeah, they were coming to get me, man. Like I went up there to go see him in the hospital and shit, and fucking they were like trying to tell me, no, you don't want to go up there. Like they're waiting for you to come up there. And then sure enough, so at that time I'm like, oh well, yeah, maybe I shouldn't go up there then because they're trying to get me. But long story short, I called my dude and had my dude open the back door. Well, it wasn't a back door; it was a door on the lower floor of the hospital, so I could get past security. Because I had that gun on me and I wasn't coming. I was not coming in that hospital without that gun right there on me. So long story short, I had my buddy go through security and then come around to one of the doors on the floor and let me in. And I just walked right in, and then sure enough, as soon as we're waiting on the elevator, I'm talking about as soon as we're waiting on the elevator, the motherfucker opens up and there's all his brothers standing right there, coming down, I guess, to like meet up with his mom or something. I was like, oh. And then the biggest one, Tommy Gunn, that's his real name. Like his real name is Tommy Gunn. Like he had his name changed and everything over some other stuff that would have got him sent away or whatever. But he had his name changed. Like his name is Tommy Gunn. Like if that tells you anything, like fucking nuts. But anyway, the biggest one was right there, and he was like, I gotta talk to you. And I was like, oh man, here we go. And he's like, I need to talk to you outside. I was like, here we go. Now, mind you, this dude is like one of the only people in my life that like actually scares me. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not scared of really nothing. Nobody, no one person is gonna scare me to where I'm scared. You get what I'm saying? But that's one of the guys like that I'm scared of. And it ain't just me. Everybody in the whole neighborhood was scared of him. There was 50 of us in that motherfucker deep, and not one of us would try not nothing with him. Not one of us. We all know better. But anyway, long story short, like yeah, he's one of them ones where anybody I've ever seen him hit, there's never been a fight with him. It's just wham, he hits him one time, and it fucking floors him. I've never seen nobody fight with this dude. Like I've seen him fight with 10 or 12 people. Not one of them has ever thrown a punch back ever. It's just you get hit and it's over. You're going to sleep. It don't matter how big you are, how tall you are. He's one of them guys where he's just been to prison his whole life, in and out of foster homes. And like, if you get on his bad side, you might die. Like, there have been many a times where I thought I was gonna die. For sure, I was like, yeah, he's gonna kill me. Like, he's already done killed 2 or 3 people that I know of, and he's still free. So it's like, yeah, he's gonna fuck me up. But anyway, long story short, he just got out for like beating some murders and shit. So like, yeah, I just knew what time it was. But I ain't gonna say too much on here. But yeah, I mean, now, long story short though, he knows I've changed my life around and we're cool. We've always, that's my blood family, so he's not gonna like try to come get me or nothing. But there had been times where he was like tweaked out, and I just thought it was over, because you never know what anybody's capable of when they're on drugs and they're high. They'll do anything. But yeah, long story short, it all ended up working out for me, and they were like, man, he was like, man, I believe you, and because they were out to get me for the longest. Like, I was riding around with their brother, like, so I'm riding around with the twins, and I'm telling the twins, like, bro, if I see your brother out here and they try to come get me, like, I'm gonna shoot them, right? Like, that. And he kept saying, like, yeah, yeah, just try to avoid it. And I'm like, you need to let him know, bro. Don't touch me or I'm gonna fuck him up. Like, period. I'm not gonna fight with him. That's you know what I mean? I'm telling his brother, like, let him know, bro. Cause like it's gonna end up to where like he's gonna die. And it's not worth all that. Cause I'm not standing around fighting with that big ass dude. Hell no, not one of your brothers. All 7 of them are fucking. But yeah, long story short, that he ended up, forgiving me and shit. He figured out that it wasn't on purpose, that I wasn't coming to like kill nobody or nothing. But yeah, I can officially say that that is one of the guys that not only me, but like everybody was scared of. He was the Debo in the neighborhood. Like one time, like he snatched up all of our phones one day. He thought all of us was trying to get him set up or something. And yeah, he was just tweaking. He had been up for days. He wasn't in his right mind. He come up, and me, I'm tweaking too. And he tried to come pull up everybody's phone, and I stood up like, nah, you ain't taking my phone. This is how I make money. You know what I mean? And his ass was like, what? And grabbed me like that. He was like, what'd you say? I was like, nothing, nothing at all. Here, you can take my phone, bro. Here you go. And that's not even me, but then everybody did that. He's like, I'm gonna give it right back to you. You got something to say? Like that. And I was like, hell no. I sure don't. I was like, matter of fact, you can go through my phone because I want you to fucking, lay off me and quit thinking that I'm trying to set you up because you can go through my messages. But he thought that I was the one that was trying to set him up because I had 50 and 60 and 70 people calling me every single day. My phone would never stop ringing. It would just ring and ring and ding ding and text, and like I would be meeting up with people constantly. So he just knew that I was trying to set him up or something. But long story short, he took all our phones, and then he ended up figuring out like he brought my phone back days later too. Mind you, I had to go to his house. I went to his house. But I had 3 phones at the time, so like I just told everybody to switch to this phone. But like, yeah, I had to go back to his house and beat on his door. I was like, "Get my phone back, man. I ain't playing neither." And I had a gun on my hip too, and he already knows how I am with that. Like, that's one thing I can say that I'm safe about. Like, if they see 502 with the gun on his hip, nobody's gonna do shit. They know that. Listen, if he's got that, he's gonna fire it at you if you try. Like, I swear, and they know that. They know that, so that's really what kept me safe. Like, I came to his house, I said, I need my shit. I didn't pull it out or nothing, because, like, then he might have punched me down and took it. But he knows if he don't get me on that first one, bing, and I'm able to step back on you, that's all it's gonna take. But yeah, he was one of the bullies of the group. It was me and the twins grew up together, and we were all tight. But and then you had the older group, which was his brothers, which ran around with my dad. And because it's all generations. Like my dad and his brothers and his dads all ran around, and then there's the younger generation of me and the twins, and we were way worse than they was. We were way worse than they was, and then like we all thought we was ganging. So it was like, and then it's dangerous when you got people and you think that you're gang members and shit like that, but you're really not ganging like that. You know what I mean? It's like then it gets dangerous because you're out there trying to prove a point. So you really are doing gang shit. Like we was knocking shit down. And yeah, it just was to a point to where like, but after I got older, this was when I was 17, 16, 18, 19. As I got older, I realized that all that shit was retarded as fuck. And like if I don't stop, I'm never gonna make it out of here. And I just went to jail back to back. I kept going to jail. I'd go to jail, get out, go to jail, get out, go to jail, get out. And eventually that shit just gets old. And I was like, damn, I gotta try to do something different. So like I said, I got out. And this was the first time that I had got out of jail and told them, like I wanted to go to a home placement instead of being, just going out. Because like a lot of times they'll just let you out on your own and you'll be on papers or whatever. But you can request to be like, if you don't have a home placement or somewhere where they can parole you to or give you probation to, they will keep you in there. Like you'll just sit in there and do the rest of your time until you get out. But if you got somewhere you can go to and do house arrest or something like that, or just somewhere where they know where you're at and there's an address you can put on paper and you're living there, and they'll let you do that. So that was the first time I told them that I wanted to go to a halfway house when I got out of here. Best decision I ever made in my life. Because I ended up doing all that program shit that everybody thinks is real lame, and it ended up saving my life and keeping me away from the idiots for like 2 years. And then next thing you know, I popped out of nowhere a whole different person. I had the complete psychic change. And that's what it was. It just like I just popped out a different person. And then all the people that grew up with me there now looking at me like, damn, how did he do that? Like he came up, he had that Mustang, he's got another car, he just bought a house, he's doing this. Like, where's he working? You gotta think. And I changed a lot of people's lives that was around me also by me going to jail. Because after they see me go to that halfway house, then they see me rocking with bands and pulling up in new cars, and I'm going to work, and they're actually seeing that, listen, if you do the right thing and you go to work, it works. My dude was working at Burger King for fucking 10 years. Bro, I was working at the slaughterhouse for years. I kept telling this man, get the fuck out of there. You've been at Burger King 10 years. You're making fucking $12 an hour. They haven't promoted you. You should have been a manager a long time ago. You ain't a manager, nothing. You've been there 12 years. I was like, what are you doing? You make 12 bucks an hour. I said, I make $23 an hour starting out, and you're not going to come where I'm at? I begged this man, trying to change my homies' lives and telling them like, man, look, you don't know this type of life, so you ain't never seen that it works. Like the money's coming in, bro. You see I'm racked up, like, and that's what made him do that. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna go. I said, give me your information. I already knew his information, I just didn't know his social and all that. I said, give me your info and I'm gonna fill out the application for you. I guarantee they call your phone. He's like, I'm good where I'm at. I'm comfortable here. I don't want to throw away all the time I've been here. And I was like, why wouldn't you if you're making double? And long story short, I filled out the application for him. And they called him. They called him 2 days later and he called me happy as hell. Bro, they called me back. I got the job. I'm going to an interview. I said, nah, you're lying. He said, I swear to God, I'm in there. And this man ended up going further in the company than I did. He ended up making maintenance. And now he's a maintenance man for the slaughterhouse, making fucking $35 an hour. I switched his whole life around. He's making $100,000 a year. He calls me and tells me all the time, like, if it wasn't for me doing what I did, he wouldn't have wanted to do it. And that ain't the only person. Like 2 or 3 people that got out of prison, I was able to lead them in the right direction and tell them, like, I got a halfway house that I went to. They're gonna give you a job. They're gonna give you food every day. They're gonna let you slide on rent for like 2 months until you get your job up. And then once you start working, you'll have to pay like $80 a week or whatever. But it's cheap living, but it's just a room. And yeah, like I helped a lot of people out. I was able to help like 3 or 4 of my guys out and show them the right way. And like that's all they needed was for somebody to show them that it worked. Because they just were like more on the, I already am making money. I already make money without working. So like, why would you go work and make money? But I had to show them that the money you're making out here ain't like what's coming every single week. And yeah, so long story short, I changed a lot of people's lives just off of me, switching my shit around and showing them that it could work. A lot of my friends to this day tell me like I was the worst one. They thought that I would have never been able to do what I did, and then when they seen me do it, they knew it. And then they seen Tommy, and then they seen all his brothers do it. And these are people that are in and out of prison their whole life, doing 10 years, 5 years, 15 years. And these are people that walk the yard strong. You know what I mean? They walk the yard strong, like they just got respect. They, ain't nobody saying nothing to them. They walk around with the shields and the spider webs, and ain't nobody saying shit. None of the black people are trying to jump on. Listen, they know better. It's like it's just you gotta respect it. Sometimes in places like just like when there's black gangs or Mexican gangs, you just gotta respect it because like, what are you gonna do? You don't see the black people going over here messing with the white people or the white people messing with you don't see none of that, no, because like they respect each other because like it can be all bad in here. But yeah, I watched them change their life, and then that's what had me change my life. And then once I changed around, man, it was like there was nobody left to be fucking up with. Like really, everybody either died or was in jail. Like I said, there was nobody left to be fucking up with. It was just me and a few other guys. It's like now you're doing the shit by yourself, and it wasn't as fun as it used to be. So yeah, switched my whole life around within five. So now it's been about 7 years. I've been doing the right thing. Just been going to work, being an honest guy, paying my taxes, staying out the way, not being in jail, nothing. Like I've stayed out of jail ever since I've started doing the right thing. Ain't been to jail in like 5, 6 years. That's what happens when you do the right thing. Stay out of the way. You'd be surprised that the police don't fuck with you. I always thought they was singling me out, and I was like, bro, there's no way I'm gonna ever be able to live life because the cops know me, and like every time they see me out, they stop me and hem me up and do stupid shit. There was this black cop that I grew up with, not that I grew up with, but like I grew up while he was a cop, and his name was Officer Williams, and he was a black cop, and he just did not like white dudes. He did not like white people at all. But he really, especially, did not like me because I was a white boy in an all black neighborhood, pretty much. Mostly black. I'm not gonna say all. There's a lot of white people, but if you for every 100 black people, there's 7 white people. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you're way outnumbered. But anyway, he hated the fact that I was from there and I got respect and people, nobody fucked with me. Nobody tried to jump on me walking down the street because I was white. None of that. He hated that. And every time he seen me, he would try to fuck me up. It don't matter what I was doing. Like I could just be walking down the street and he always used to tell me, he said, anytime I catch you out here fucking up, when I see you, I'm gonna fill up a bag of sand and I'm gonna beat you with it. And I was like, damn. I said, for what? I said, why don't you just use your hands? Why are you gonna fill up a bag of sand? He said, because it ain't gonna leave no bruises, won't leave no marks. Your ass ain't. I said, you ain't gotta worry about it anyway. But yeah, because like there'd been a couple times. Listen, the funny thing is, he used to always tell me like, you ain't gonna outrun me. I ran track all of high school. I did this. I did that. I was all state track runner. That's what he used to always tell me, and I flew on him. There'd been like 2 times where I got away on him, but he knew who I was, so he came back to my house and was beating on the door, and ended up locking me back up. But like he just was mad because I put him to shame. He was an all-state track runner in high school. He ran hurdles and did all that shit, and I used to shake on him. He was only about 5'5" and about 150, and he was a bald, slick bald, and had the biggest, straightest white teeth you could ever see. He was straight bald and had the biggest fucking teeth, like they were perfect, straight, white. They almost looked fake. And he would always give that smile, and it'd be everything showing, just big ass fucking teeth, nothing but teeth. I used to clown his ass. He used to pull up with one of his partners every time he'd have like somebody in the passenger seat, and I'd always tell him like, look, there goes the 2 queers. the two musketeers. I said, y'all riding together today, ain't y'all? Y'all holding hands in there? What's going on? I used to talk bad to him. So they don't like me, long story short, but he ended up making detective, and I ended up seeing him out years later, and he was a detective on a call somewhere, and I was just so happened to be walking down the street, and I was like, yeah, what's going on? Because, like, that dude got me sent to jail a few different times. And I'm the type that I'm going to take up and I'm going to take the rap for myself, and I'm going to be a man. If I had it on me, it was on me, and I got caught. But there had been times where he had locked me up for stuff he didn't have to lock me up, where he hit me with crimes that I didn't do. I got locked up for a burglary at 16 years old that I didn't do, and they locked me up for it and pinned it up on me. And I had never been in trouble before, never been to jail, nothing. Because the cops hated me like that. Like, I ended up beating that case, and I knew who did it at the time, but I wasn't going to tell them who did it. And they knew I knew who did it, and they were like, if we're going to come back in here, we're going to give you 30 minutes to make your decision on who, if you're going to let us know. And I kept telling them, man, I don't know who did it. I don't know. I can't tell you something that I don't know. I cannot give you a name or tell you somebody, and I don't know, which of course I did, but like, they had actually come right up on me. And the crazy thing about how this whole story happened is, like, these are supposed to be my homies, which they are my homies. I'm sitting on the couch just like I am, like this, and then boom. And I can talk about it now because this was 10 years ago, and there's already been people that's been arrested, and it's over with, man. But boom, they come flying through the door. They both got pillowcases, and they're filled up. They dump it out on the bed. It's all types of just things out of the crib, jewelry, everything, blah, blah, blah. So I look at them, I'm like, where'd y'all do this at? Because I knew that at the time they had been hitting licks right by us. They did not care. Like, they had next door neighbors. They went to the next door neighbor's house, kicked their door off the hinges right next to where they live. Like, they just didn't care. So I knew that they were hitting them right by us. So I'm like, where'd y'all do this? Because, like, I'm going to stay away from that area because I'm getting ready to leave and I got stuff on me. I got to go. And they were like, don't worry about it. That pissed me off. What do you mean, don't worry about it? This is my freedom. Like, I know y'all just did this shit around. I said, what you think I'm gonna tell or something? So it pissed me off, right? I started cussing them out. I said, y'all got me fucked up. And pointing at them and shit. And, I was, just talking shit. And I ended up leaving, though. I got mad and left. And fucking sure enough, I left. I walked down the cut through. It's a little alley that we used to go through. And sure enough, I walked down that motherfucker, and there were 7 cops back there. And they were all, get on the ground, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, fuck. Mind you, I just got off school. I didn't have nothing on me. The only thing I had on me was a Tark ticket and a lighter and a cigarette in my ear. I had on a button-up shirt and khaki pants just like these because it was a school uniform. I'm in a school uniform. I ain't got nothing but a phone, a Tark ticket, and a lighter on me. And a Tark ticket is a bus ticket from school or whatever. And, yeah. Then they said, oh, well, no, it was you. They said it was you for sure. The witness said it was you. They said there was a 8-year-old little boy that said it was you. I was like, oh, okay. I said, all right. Well, he said, well, we're going to have the witness come over here and see if it was you. If he tells us it was you, you're going to jail. So they had the witness come over there. They shined the light in my face so I can't see who it is. And long story short, they took me to jail. They said, yeah, that's you. He said it was you. And I said, how in the fuck did he say it was me when I've been nowhere around this area? Like, it wasn't me. Y'all got me messed up, but they ended up locking me up for it. Now, mind you, I'm going to juvenile jail now. So now my homies just figured out that I got buckled. They're hearing about it. People's calling them because they done rode past me. They're like, Jordan's just got locked up. He's over with the cops now. They're putting him in handcuffs. So now they're feeling stupid. Now they think that, now they know I'm getting out and I'm ready to punish one of them. Because I just took this charge for y'all. Y'all should have let me know where the fuck it was at so I could have went the other way and not walked down that street. Or not walked towards that area. Because if they see me in that area and all that shit just happened, they are definitely going to know. Even if they know that it wasn't me, they know that I know who did it. They know I grew up in this neighborhood and I ran with everybody. And everybody knows me. They know that I know what happened. And if I didn't do it, I know exactly who did it and everything. I know everything that happens in the neighborhood. And they knew that, and they were mad that I wouldn't tell them. And it locked me up. Long story short, though, I got out. They ended up giving me a Rolex and like $100 and something and looked out for me, and they was like, my bad, bro. And they thought I was gonna tell or something because I was young and it was my first time ever taking a charge, and I was like, hell no. But yeah, they ended up giving me a whole Rolex. I had that Rolex for 10 years. And you know what's crazy? I ended up selling that Rolex for $200. It was probably a fucking $7,000 Rolex. That eats me up alive to this day. That eats me up alive to this day. I ended up selling that Rolex for like 200. What did he say? He has two studs in his ears, both ears. Don't believe anything this man says. Oh, okay. They be so mad. He's doing a long monologue, I guess. No, I'm just on here talking, yapping. I'm getting my watch hours in. You know what I mean? Don't worry about me. Don't watch me watch TV. You know what I mean? Don't play with me. Play with your kids. You get what I'm saying? I'm in my own lane. I'm doing my own thing. Hell no, I'm not in jail. I'm in my own house, sitting here in peace. I'm telling you about stories that happened when I was young. When I was 15, 16, 17, 18 years old. I'm 31 years old now. You know what I mean? We're just giving them story time right now. They're just tapping in. He said, my people are dying. Where are you from? My people are dying as well. Like, where? They said nothing to be proud of. Oh, no, it's definitely something to be proud of. You know why it's something to be proud of? Because I come from all that bullshit, and that wasn't even half of it. I ain't even really told you nothing yet. And I'm not going to tell you everything, but, like, you want to know why? It's something to be proud of because I came from all that and I was able to make it through all the trials and tribulations and still prevail and still do the right thing in the end and still help people and still not have a cold heart after everything I went through and them leaving me for dead out there, leaving me starving, not having parents and everybody else to just help you out and do the right thing, you know what I mean? And then I ended up shitting on everybody I ever grew up with. Everybody I ever grew up with or anybody that ever knew me damn near can't even talk to me no more. And you know what? And they're looking at me like, damn, he's up there now. Like, he's doing his shit. Like, when they think of me, they'd be like, yeah, he changed his life around. Like, he's doing good now. That's what they say about me when people ask. Yeah. Like, and what's crazy is half of them can't stand next to me no more. And we grew up together. But the reason is because, they want to make different decisions. Either they're getting high or whatever it is to where I can't come around them like that, or they're just doing stupid shit, and I'm just not going to be. That's detrimental to the profit. If you stay at the barbershop too long, you're bound to get a haircut. Come on. He said you're only telling yourself stuff with two viewers. No, you're wrong about that. You're actually wrong because there's two viewers on here, but if you go back and you look at all my live videos that I do, go look at how many views is in there. Now, it might only be two people on here right now. People come back and watch my lives after they're off. I have more people and more watch hours and more public views after I'm off of live than I do when I'm on live. Like, it just went to 6 people, but that's low motion for me. But go look at all my lives. I just did a live the other day that was 2 hours long. It was like an hour and 40 minutes. I had 595 people tap in. That's half a thousand people. That's one live. So no, go look at my numbers. Every one of them's 200, 300 views, 190, 220. Go look at my views. They're tapping in, and guess what? I'm not doing it for views. Man, I'm doing it to see where I can take it, to see what I can build out of it, to see if I can get YouTube to cut the check and start paying me to do it. Just like everybody else can pick it up and do it. When I do it, it's a fucked up thing. Or when I do it, it's no good no more. Like, I said I was gonna do it, and then told y'all I was gonna do it, and then did it in front of y'all. Come on. So yeah, you got to remember at the end of the day, there might only be 2 people watching, but that's not the case. Because guess what? As soon as I turn this live off, there's way more people that come in here and watch me. There's way more people that's curious about my life and they want to know what's going on and what I do and where I'm from and blah blah blah. And you'd be surprised. as much as they're not going to tell you that that's what it is and that's what they believe and that's what they want to know and that they're curious and that they're wondering about you and that they're looking at your profile every other day and they're trying to see if you're live and they're doing this, that, and the third. Don't let them lie, man. They're curious. They're watching. Just like I'm curious about certain people and I watch certain things. You know, I'm human too. So I look at stuff and I wonder what's going on and I wonder what they're doing and how they got there. And they look like they're loaded and he must be toasted and this, that. I do the same shit. You know, that shit don't really matter to me. Just be happy that I'm in my own lane and that I'm trying to build something for myself. I'm not one of the Indians. I'm trying to be the chief. I'm trying to be the one that does it myself and that I don't gotta mooch off people or I don't gotta ask people for money or blessings or super chats or I don't gotta ask people for followers or views. Like I just want to be that guy that they're watching and I did it myself and I don't gotta go in other people's lives and talk shit to them and get noticed in their because I was once that person. Like that's how I got turned up. Like I went into everybody's lives talking shit. Everybody's. Really, I didn't though. If you think about it, because like I always was showing love though, like to Nico and everybody, and then I don't know, but there is a couple guys I get on there and I just go in there and. But how I got turned up though, I really was like in the comments, like follow my YouTube, and just going crazy and clowning people and doing dumb shit. And they eventually start wondering, like, who is this guy? Like, I like the way he talks. I like the way he thinks. You know what? His personality's fucked up, but it's something about him. Let me go look. Like, let me go see what he's on. Like, you know what I mean? That's all it is to it. He said you fried your brain with drugs. Oh, okay. Who said that? Did you attend parties? No, I never really attended parties. Not even when I was in school. We didn't do no partying. I didn't even make it all the way through school type shit. Like, said not even the Diddy parties. Yeah, no, I don't know nothing about none of that. You gotta think I'm an all American thoroughbred. I'm cut from a different cloth. Diddy parties could never happen around me, ever. He said you get oiled up like a Thanksgiving turkey whenever I'm with your mother, but that's like the only time. And then I always make her put down a towel and shit on your bed so it doesn't get oil all over it and shit. But yeah, that's just when I'm with her. Yep. They said, why did you ignore my message on Grindr? I've never in my life been on any type of dating website. And then that don't even seem like my personality. You know what I mean? Why would you think that somebody like me would have to be on there anyway on a dating website? Ooh! Y'all know what time it is. I had to get back in my other hat just to. Hey, y'all know what time it is when I get back in this hat. Yes, sir. I just look, listen, whenever you put on Mickey, it gets tricky. Listen, because listen, in Mickey situations, it can get tricky. Listen, whenever it's Mickey, it's tricky. Come on. It gets tricky fucking with Mickey. Come on. Let's go. Got cat hair all over it. Yes, sir. And I'll leave one ear up. And my hair. Pull my little hair down. Look. Got three hairs. I need to go get a haircut, bro. I've been talking about a haircut for like, and today's Friday, and I still like just keep blowing it off. Like, my barber's there today and everything. Just keep blowing it off. I need to go get one of those. They said, you goofy. Look, I got them upset today. What's up, Caden? What's the word, Caden? Hey, I got them so mad today. It's ridiculous. Look. Tooski. I got them tore up. They said, zesty ass. Your mother's mother-in-law. Come on, your mother. What they say, grown ass man. That's what I'm saying. You probably think like, why does he act like that? Blah blah blah. Grown ass man. Listen, that's what they like, man. You'd be surprised, man. That's what the girls like, brother. They want somebody that's outgoing, energetic, and positive. They don't want some lame simp to sit there all day. They want something they can laugh at and be productive with. You get what I'm saying? They don't want somebody like you. I'm full of life, full of energy, full of everything. He said, lock in. Yes, sir. I'm locked in. They said, holy shit, stop spamming paragraphs. They said, whole life revolving around girls. What? They said, whole life revolving around girls. You realize that I got one girl, right? That I've been with for 7, 8 years. You get what I'm saying? Like, this dude don't know what he's talking about. Oh, that's why they're so mad. They think that I'm on here for the bitches. They think that I'm on here for the females, and they see that I get them and it's working, and that's what they're mad for. Little do they know that they wouldn't be half as mad if they knew that my project here, or my goal here, was to just make YouTube cut the check. Like, I just want YouTube to have to pay me for going live. I could care less about the emotion, the ocean, or any of that. Like, listen, but don't get me wrong. I would much rather the females tap in. Should I say type in? I would much rather the females type in than the guys, though. Don't get me wrong. Shout out to the females that are watching. Yes, sir. No, like, what's going on and shit. But they say, exactly, laugh out loud, be yourself. This is all shit he stole off of TikTok. I don't even have a TikTok. I don't have a TikTok. I don't have an Instagram. I don't have none of that. What you talking about, stupid? I just started going live for the first time in my life ever. You think I watch TikTok? You think I watch Instagram, Twitter, I have one Facebook and I have one YouTube channel. That's it. I don't even do the internet like that. I don't even care about the internet. If you think I'm sitting around watching people on the internet all day, you're crazy. I don't have a Twitter, don't have none of that shit. I only had a Facebook before it was YouTube. And then my Facebook, I had to make a new one, so there's only like 700 or 600 people on my Facebook. So I got what off TikTok? I'm not original. I don't have nobody to peer mentor me. I don't have nobody that I can watch and go take their swag and say what they do. And no, I don't have nobody like that. Everybody that is all above me. You get what I'm saying? No, they do that to me. They come in here and say what I say and do what I do and then implement it in their life. And then they put it in the words where they feel like it's cool because they know that it was relevant or they know that it was cool or they like the lingo or they like the way it sounded. Come on, man. I watch it. I seen it. I seen them with 200,000 people on there, saying the shit that I say. So yeah, me watching the internet, no. I watch YouTube. That's about it. Got that blue dream today. Got that blue dream on there. Look, somebody's calling me on Facebook. Somebody's calling me on Facebook. He said, you know all the names, but you don't have the app. Well, go look me up then, stupid goofy. You know what I mean? My name's the same on everything. Go look me up, dumbass. My name's the same on everything. And then on Facebook, my name is my real name. On Facebook, my name is my real name, first and real last name too. Like, what? I ain't hiding nothing, stupid. And that's what's crazy. Like, they say, oh, he's a little zesty and shit. And cause what's crazy is I'm so comfortable with who I am and know that who I am and know I'm the straightest man ever. Could never, you come at me with that shit and I'm plowing you to the pavement off of one, huh? You get what I'm saying? You just know better than to come up to somebody like me. I've never been hollered at by no dude or nothing crazy like that. They know better than to come say, you can look at me and tell by my demeanor and my personality that I'm not gay. You get what I'm saying? But I'm so comfortable with who I am that I can say zesty shit, do zesty shit, and then my girl be sitting right here beside me and me not give a fuck. Yeah, babe, I seen you call. I can't answer when I'm on live. I was getting ready to write you back. So yeah, like I don't care when they say zesty and say this and say that. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm comfortable with myself, comfortable with who I am. I could never be gay. You get what I mean? So when people say that, you gotta think like that's the same stuff that your girl's looking at and she likes it and she's curious about it. You know, they think that's funny. It's just the people like you that are always like real homophobic and shit and saying that other people's gay. Like it's probably because you're wondering if they are or not, so you could try to holler at them. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't ever go around and tell people or call people gay. Like so I don't understand why people would go around and call people gay for it. Like I don't understand. Like unless you were gay and trying to figure out if they were gay so you could like holler or something. But almost like if you're calling other people gay, it seems like you would know extra good what a gay person's like and what a gay person is, right? Because like you know the best, right? Because you're calling me out for it, right? You're saying that I'm gay, right? So you must know more than anybody, right? Because nobody else thought that but you. So you must have the gay tendencies and then seen it in me because you know how it is. Come on. Clock that. Clock that. Hell no, I'm not bi. Fuck no, I'm a straight male. Like, I'm gonna punch you dead in your mouth if you say something to me about something like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, hell no. My girl will be right beside me every day. I just think it's funny that they have to sit there and say that, or they'll be like, oh, zesty, or oh, like, and then what? And then what? Oh, yeah, that motherfucker's hitting. He said, you sound triggered, though. Well, you must not know me then, because this is how I talk all the time. You get what I'm saying? I'm never triggered. I wouldn't be triggered by something like that. I'm more triggered by, people trying to say, I'm not going nowhere right now. You see, I'm live. I just got up, too. Tripping. And get off live. You can message me or walk in the house. She said, I got to him. Laugh out loud. He's triggered. You never could get to me. I don't know who you are. Do you have a picture there so I can see who's talking to me? They said, what are you queefing up today? Yeah, see, they're just saying retarded shit. They just say anything they can. All right, well, go get it. I'm waiting on Thomas. Thomas is supposed to be coming here to drop some things off. What do you say? Anti-trans, anti-liberal. Look, they said it's Thomas, your boyfriend. Even though my girl's right there in the chat and looks better than half their bitches they've ever even had. She said, Christy don't look like no man. You're tripping. You're just a hater. That's all it is. Like, that's why I don't even take people like you serious, 9530. That's what I'm saying. All y'all do is look for something to say and then try to say it, and knowing that you don't even have your real picture up there. Like, you got the nerve to say something about somebody else's picture, but you won't show your real face. You're probably fat as fuck in real life. You're probably hefty as hell and you know it. Yeah, they're probably fat as fuck. That's what it is. The same people that talk about how other people look are the same people that don't have a profile picture to see how, to let other people see how they look. You get what I'm saying? Like, look, we'll put them in the corner just to make them look stupid. Look, now go stand in the corner, stupid. You gotta wait 1 minute in timeout before you can even say anything else in here that means anything. Bitch, you're irrelevant. You too, stupid. Now go stand in the corner. Both y'all can hold hands in there, dummy. Look at both you stupid idiots in the corner. Now both y'all kiss in there. Make sure y'all stay on in the corner. Both y'all can hold hands in there. Hands in there. Hold on, let me grab my wallet, dude. I gotta fucking. Both y'all can hold hands in the corner. Look. Ah! Y'all hold on a second. I gotta do something real quick. Hold on. We're back. And look at the fucking. Your dicks. Hold on. I had to go somewhere real quick with my girl. She wanted me to go. Something they know nothing about. You get what I'm saying? Like, they was just on there hollering, oh, he's gay, he's this, he's that. And then here you come. I'm like, these dudes is crazy, man. They just say whatever to get you to fucking say something back. You know what I mean? Just anything they can get attention from. Yeah, let me start this live over.